Namaste students. Today I am going to discuss something about Chartered Accountancy Intermediate Examination. You know that recently the ICA has postponed the examination. Students got lot of worries, lot of confusion. Some of them are got discouraged. Many of the students wanted to write the examination in May. Due to Corona, COVID-19 postponed. Now November you all wanted to write. Now again the ICA mentions you that it will be postponed for few weeks. With this, with this announcement or notification, many students texted me and told, sir, what to do? We are so unlucky. So many things. I'll take 5 important statements what the students have made. First, foremost students said, sir, should I write the examination in the month of November? Sir, I am very unlucky. It is very discouraging. Some students went on to tell, sir, why Corona all the times? And more than that, why me? Why I have to suffer all the time? This is all the few statements are picked. Students, please note, you might have prepared to some extent, but if you look at this, the same thing on the other side. Probably you have done your work. The time has come to do little more refining and make it a much better preparation. God has given you another opportunity. You look at as God has given you another opportunity to make fine finishing of your preparations. So keeping this in mind, you have to take a lot of positiveness out of it. Always I say, your language defines what you are, your results and your habits. You all times you curse yourself and you tell that I am unlucky, my stars are not good, so blah 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 blah. This is not going to solve. Tell me, is it an internal factor or external factor? Can you do anything about the external factor? What you call, the micro and macro, internal and external. You can't do anything about external factor. Right, wrong is not a matter of debate at all. Fair, unfair, no, this should not be discussed. You have to live with all such uncertainties. So with that, I want to tell you, whatever happens, consider thing that happens for good only, and you have to move on. And when institute considers any postponement, you know that the recent postponement is not just because of COVID, Corona. It is also because of various election and the various other factors. Keeping this in mind, institute has postponed the examination, and it is truth. And so we have to prepare for another few days extra. In my opinion, I always consider it is advisable if that extra time is given to you. You have done some preparation. Now, don't you think you have to make a better finishing of it? It's like a 2020 match. What is more important is the last few overs. You are in that junction of last few overs where enough time break was given, strategic time out was given little extra so that you can do better. Coming back, before I go to the study plan, one thing you all have to keep in mind. When you look at little long run, say 25, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years of your, your career, your, getting into some better position. These all things are there. Then after 20 years or 30 years, this becomes very negligible. I know that today it could be a little big to you, but after a few years, it is very negligible. That's what I said. In the long run, this is just nothing. Just leave that. Keep the tensions aside. Start working towards it. I always say this, worry will never solve any of your problem. Only work towards it will solve the problem. So I have brought some study plans. Let us look at how many days all of you have it. Can you tell me how many days all of you have it? Considering around, from today onwards or tomorrow onwards, you have 30-31 days. You cannot prepare all those 30-31 days. Keeping a buffer of 1 or 2, you have 28 days left. In my opinion, you have 4 weeks left. You all agree with me? Now, how do you prepare in those 4 weeks? What and all you have to keep in mind? Why the seniors, though they prepared well, they failed flunked in the examination. Such mistakes you should not do. So, I am giving some thoughts and ideas to you so that you are geared up, motivated enough to do your examination. So, there are few thoughts I want to share with you. So, November 2020 CA Intermediate. I believe in this entire chunk of students who are watching this video, two categories. First, CA Intermediate. Either you write one of the two groups, either first group or second group, that is 4 subjects. Some section of students may write both the groups. Good, bad, I'm not going to discuss. You know the a lot of positives and negatives effects of both. So I don't want to debate on those areas. I would like to tell what you can do from now onwards. If you decided I want to try both the groups and you prepare both the groups and you believe that you are not confident to give both the groups, it's wonderful opportunity that ICA has extended the 3 weeks period. From now onwards, you have 4 weeks period. Don't you think it is an opportunity? Then why blame Corona? Why blame ICA? Second one, you have prepared it only for one group, and you decided I don't want to change into 2 groups. Then absolutely fine. So final choice is yours. You are perfectly prepared mentally, very very calm, quiet all the times to do everything for 2 groups. Definitely you don't change for it. If you aiming at 55-60%, why not 70% now with that extension? So these are all my thoughts I would like to share. So strategies I want to give it to you. Please observe one by one. So 4 weeks, 28 days, either single group or both the groups as you can see on the screen. If you prepare for a single group of 4 subjects, you have 7 days altogether for every one paper. That 7 days, please note, you break up into 2 parts. 5 days study, 2 days evaluation and the glance. It's very critical. Why your annas and akkas, elder brothers and sisters, seniors who took the exam could not do? Because of this reason. They are prepared, but they are not tested well. I think many students will fail in that area. Hope that this all the time extensions to do much better. That's what I said. Fine tuning means take more test exams, etc. The question comes at 2 days, should we do together 2 days? No, it's very difficult, right? So let us consider that 2 days should be half of the in between. Example, today full you prepare, tomorrow morning you prepare, tomorrow afternoon take half day test or examination. Or it could be daily one small test, next day examination. All this will help you a lot and we are going to provide you any support in that extent. So total 7. In the 7, you have 2 not continuous, half of days ka 4, or daily one small test and next day one examination. This kind if you do, it is very good. Now I will tell you what that evaluation is about. Let us take an example about your company final accounts, or take cash flow statement, or let us consider you are preparing for a hire purchase, or you are preparing a cost sheet problem, or it could be an operating costing. You work out a 10 or 12 problem, right? You have to work one full problem in examination condition. This is the testing. Without looking at your notebook, will you be able to solve it? Like that, you have to test and check your institute answer or whatever notes wherever undergone coaching. That you refer and verify. Am I writing properly? Whether steps are correct? How much marks will be deducted? Whether my assumptions are there? Whether working notes are written correctly? Am I very legible in writing? Right? These are the factors. Therefore, finally, when you have one paper 7 days, including all that, considering I'm telling you, you have to take this proportion of 5 days and 2 days. Let me take 8 subjects, 8 subjects and both the groups when you attempt. Then the strategy will be total 28 days divided by 8, it will be around 3.5 days altogether. You break up into 2 parts. 2 days study and 1 day evaluation. Very important. Again, I said total 3.5 days. All the days you can consider majority of your preparation. Maybe 1/4 or maybe 1/3 of your day preparation should go for your examination, test, evaluation, all this. Why I am telling you to do that rehearsal is, it so happens many times. Students think that they know, but they are not being able to present in a given time. You may not get the flow. You may not know how to start. There are a lot of starting troubles to all of us. That we will overcome only when you take under time and condition, when you do evaluation for yourself, when you take test or you take examination. So at least for one paper, 1 3-hour paper you have to write. 3 hours plus 15 minutes. Hope you understood this. Shall we move on to the next one? One thing which I always observed, I just give you some thoughts and ideas what I felt among the students. Many students, when they come to intermediate, accounting, costing, taxation, financial management, your GST, all these you just work in the class and you take generally more seriousness because number calculations are there. When it comes to theory, but student neglects. I've seen many students whom they scored very well in their accounting, could be costing, could be tax in first group. You end up with law less than 40 marks sometimes. The entire preparation of the group completely a waste if you don't score the minimum marks. I think you all know this, but what I'm telling, I generally used to find that theory is more harder than the practical. I may be good at numbers, that's one part. But generally there are many students who are good at practicals, they neglect theory, they neglect law, they neglect even the taxation is also a paper of law. All this, the provisions, you forget it, so therefore you have to work it out. So therefore I give you the next tip is about how exactly, what are the key three things you need to know in theory and law papers. Law includes taxation also. First is keep all your notes ready. I don't know whether all your notes are there. Could be 2-3 chapters you have not attended coaching. Could be 2-3 chapters you self-study you made, but you are not very clear in that. There is no proper notes on that. There is no highlighters on that. Do that. Students, very important, which I followed. In examinations, I used to find the theory I used to forget after reading 15-20 minutes. Many times it used to happen. I don't remember, so I've forgotten everything. So it may happen to most of you as well. Such things you have to write. Moment you write, you will recollect in the examination. And I witnessed also. Example, the second page in my long back, probably more than 15 years back, when I written the first corporate will for my profession, lifting the corporate will. I remember it was in second page and it is very clearly the third one is exception like that. So if you are able to write, you will be able to have a better memory all the time. So you will not forget. So that's why important area, important provisions, please do write, but in brief. I do agree you don't have sufficient time to write everything. But in brief, write in point wise, 4-5 points to be covered. Write a chart, make an example. The third point which says chart, examples, your own way of writing, words, acronyms usage, keyword, I should not miss this at all. Such things you have to write. All those will help you a lot. 3 points quickly, keep all your notes ready. If at all you miss something, write. You forget something, you write. Writing 1 time is equal to 10 times reading. You know that. Third one is make charts, examples, keywords, acronyms, all those techniques you know it again, but this will help you a lot in the professional examination. Students, the next question is, so that's okay, I prepare it, but I have seen many students will end up with around 40 to 50%, but not reaching 50%. You have seen, I believe with a fair preparation, not a very good, with an average preparation, getting 40 should not be a problem to all of you. Been wonderful students, you have prepared, you have done something. Assume that with fair preparation, 40 though you will get. So that is in one group, 40 into 4, 160 you will get. If let us consider both the groups, 40 into 8, 320 you will get. But the problem lies from 40% to 50%. In one group, that 160 to 200, that requires a different dimension from you. That's where you go wrong. 180 you will get, 190 you will get, but you lose by 10 marks, 5 marks, 3 marks. General I am telling, not you. You are going to clear. Other group students. Why I am telling you, why I am sharing you is, this requires an enormous preparation. God has given an enough opportunity. But you read well, not sufficient. Do that 160 to 200. Write it again. Your target should be 240, 250. Even the worst case, you end up with 200. Never ever you say that I have to get 200. Therefore, this is a different thought, different process altogether, where many of us will fail here. I am just giving you where your annas and the seniors who took the examination of CA intermediate, either direct entry scheme or it could be after your CA foundation or CPT, why they flunked? What could be the reason? Some after 3-4 attempts they are not being able to get that target. First and foremost, keep in your mind less rehearsals. Students, after writing the examination, many students will come and tell me, Sir, Gopal sir, I am understanding all this, but in the exam I don't get idea where to start. I'll become blank. What does it suggest? No enough preparation. The flow of thoughts will come only when you are done with a good number of problems. You might have solved 6 or 7 or 8. Go for another 3-4. That where you lagging there. I think that is the less rehearsal is one. So that's basically problem of preparation. Then comes about problem of presentation. As I always say, preparation and presentation both gives the success. Preparation is good sometimes, but presentation you are lacking. You don't know how to write your examination. You are doing just like for your graduation, just like for your MBA, just like for your 12th standard. You write the answer. Answer is small thing in your child accountancy course, right? It is more than answer. How do you get the answer? First line of your ICA, any question paper, especially practical states, or working notes and assumptions form a part of your answer. Marks is for working notes and assumptions, and the last one is very less. Let me assume a total income problem for 12 or 16 mark. Last, the total income, that last answer is 4 or 5 mark in 16. The 10, 11 mark is all about how did you get that answer. How much you got from salary, how much you got from house property, how much from business income, how much is from capital gain, how much is other income, what are your deductions, general deductions, is there any exemptions which you missed out? All this will carry a lot of marks. Hope you understood. Therefore, presentation is key to. Third point, I get struck because I don't have clarity, I don't have a flow. Without looking at the book, I will not be able to do that. Therefore, if that problem you take, again you work it out. Many times we read, that's not going to work. That's not going to work in the examination hall. I think this is the next one. And few students don't know how to manage their time. It so happens quite oftenly. The first one, you generally take more time. I repeat once again, the first one, you generally take more time. That's the reason where I tell, first question paper, first question in any of this, you have some little higher speed, that will come only by practice. Hope that all of you will do such good practice as well. The next one is about partial preparation. What is this partial preparation? I will prepare only 9 out of 11 chapters. Why that 9? Can't you take that another 2 chapters quickly and complete it? You can, but kind of negligence and allergy for that. I don't want to study that 2-3 chapter. Boring or scoring in examination, that will count. I think you understood what I wanted to share with you. I think these are the 5 areas where students generally end up with their marks between 40 to 49.9, not 50%. Hope that you all do that mistakes once again. You will reach 50%. Let us consider now, you are already in a position to score 50%. Already your preparation is sufficiently gone for it. In the one of the 2 groups where out of 400 you are going to get 200. Out of 800 both groups marks, you are going to score minimum, come se come 400. So 50% level you are already there. You are, let us assume for timing, such a preparation you made. Passing to no problem. Then still you may get discouraged. You are prepared enough. You have prepared so much. I don't know is it sufficient or not, but in personal opinion. Even then, if you prepare for 50%, is there any chance you can move from 50 to 70, 75% instead of pass list? Will you be in merit list? Is what strategies you need to do? This is where you have to be very critical. If at all you prepare for 50-55%, go for more and more mock examination. Out of 7 days in that category, daily you take one mock exam. Trust me, if you take 4 or 5 mock exams on every one paper, undoubtedly you will be into 65-70%. Take all that paper. So take more mock examinations. I was already mentioning, you might have prepared well. Probably you are not being able to put across right words. Could be an issue of recalling in the examination particular words. Theory could be a challenge to you. Increase your theory preparation more. Build your strong theory. I'm not telling about the practical. Hope that you have fairly done enough. If not done, then you have to give due weightage for that. Such difficult chapters. Probably accounting standards. Probably in days you have to remember. These things, all this, it could be standards on auditing. All these things could be an area which you found difficult. You re-look into once again. Next, one previous exam, you have to write in examination condition only. Previous exam. Example 2018, 2019. Such one previous exam, you will write in examination condition and evaluate yourself. Answers will be available from the institute various forms and you will be able to make out what is the right answer for each paper. So write one previous year examination. That could be your base to know out of 100 mark, is it I'm really touching 50? Am I able to push little for 55-60%? What areas went wrong? What are the shortcuts I used shouldn't have been? Where working notes went really wrong? Why I took more time in the first question rather than in the last one? Whether I could have approached it from last to first rather than first to last? Why I take so much time, 30, 35, 40 minutes for one question of 15 marks? All this judgment will come once you take the paper. That's why again back, rehearsal makes a lot of difference. When your examination starts in the last week of November, what matters is the final answer, the scorecard is based on how many rehearsals you made. So hope that you do maximum rehearsals rather than doing your rehearsal and R&D, research and development in the examination. I think that is the next one. Increase your productive study hours. Assume that 8, 10 could be 1 or 2 hours extra. And very importantly, these all are things which negatives what people call postponement, some bad news. This negative will take away your focus. That's why Arjuna is the greatest of all times in the warrior. Why? What is the special? He was not focused, he has a very, very high focus. Move from focus to very high focus. And I want to tell you with this one statement to all of you who have prepared very good and you have done really good and you want to elevate. This is an opportunity for you to elevate. That's why in most of my personal development sessions I say this. You have to elevate to the top. Repeat once again. You have to elevate to the top because bottom is overcrowded. I repeat once again. You have to elevate to the top, my dear, because the bottom is overcrowded. Hope that you are understood what I wanted to say. Why you have to score 70, 75, 80% list and to be that. If you don't want to be 70% list, I'll give you one more idea why you have to score very well in few papers. Let us consider the 4 papers. In one paper, in 2 or 3 papers, you got exemption. Some reason that you could not get in the other paper required mark. That's okay. Next when you write, 2, 3 are exempted. That is a bonus value added to you, bonus to you, my dear student. And there are chances that make you to set off. You got less mark. You're writing both the groups. In one paper you got 70, in one paper you got 80. In some of the paper you got 40. Still it will be carried because there's an excess of 40 mark in other papers. I think these are the reasons why you have to aim for much higher. You have to elevate to the top because the bottom is overcrowded. Students, let us go for what matters is not your mind but mindset matters. Every time I tell this statement, it so happened to me in one of the examinations in ICW when I took first time. When I returned the 2 exams, an average, and third, I was not wanted to go for the examination hall. It was withheld me not to write, you're not done well, you don't get 40% minimum, go to flunk. But somehow that hesitant energy was too high, I was not able to get into the exam hall. This may happen to many of you. Luckily, I got a very hefty value, the person in charge in the examination. He told me, you have come all the way from 60 kilometers away, why don't you write the examination? When I was hesitant, he told, come on, write, he scolded me. I went and written the examination. Shocking and surprise to me. That paper was such an easy paper I never dreamt of. Students, in that I got 78 out of 100 in the income tax. What a suggestion. One thing flashed to me. Never ever give up. Don't know what's going to come next. If it is easy, don't take it lightly. If it is difficult, you assume, don't know that paper could be damn easy to you. You assumed it is difficult. I assumed income tax was difficult. I have not studied well. But I was able to do well in the examination because there are many areas which I knew it came. Therefore, the difficult and easy is a very thin line in the professional exam which you all accept. Therefore, calm mind generates power. You have to be calm throughout. That's why I always see many old cricketers to see the Australians and Indians when they play. Even the easy match, 1 or 2 wickets gone or 3 wickets gone. That time, not now. Now people are very good cricketers. That time, 3, 4 good wickets gone. People used to lose the hope. Get tense, you lose your calmness and you're gone. And Australians, they are good at, putting out phrasing words to you. This is what I wanted to say. Now it's changed. The things are changed. Just wanted to bring to your notice. Finally, tell, if your mind is calm, it will generate a lot of power. Don't listen to negatives. That's not going to get any returns out of it. My friend is telling negative, avoid it. You want to become chartered accountant in the end, right? You decided to become chartered accountant, not your friend who tells negative, not your media who makes you more negative by referring it, not your social media giving lot of bulky information and making you confused all the time. No. Next one is accept reality. Reality is the exam for postponement. But accept it. There is a corona. You have to be careful. But overthinking will not help you in any case. Remember, three important lines. I should, repeat along with me, I should, I can, and I will. Repeat once again, I should, I can, and I will. That should be the spirit. Come what may, you want to write your exams, you want to become chartered accountant, come what may on your way. You have to cross it. These are all small things, no? These are all bending road, not ending road. I repeat my statement. These are all bending road, not ending road. I hope you understood. Just taking few guidelines to all of you. What was earlier and its carry, what extra you have to keep in mind for this examination of November 2020. Good simple calculator, earlier allowed, now also allowed. You have to take water bottle, now also allowed. There is no extra. This is not a new exam altogether. Earlier some stationery used to take pen, pencil, eraser. Now also you have to carry 2-3 pens, wood eraser, long scale, etc. That I need not to tell. You are much experienced in this. Hall ticket, listen carefully. Physical hall ticket will not be issued this time. It's all about e-hall ticket. You have to your just hall ticket will be there. You have to just download. They will not send to you through your home or to your post. Post sending is not there. It's all about e-hall ticket. Next, this is an important point which I all have to note. Earlier, there was earlier announcement was if there is examination starts at 1:45, you should not allow inside. You are not allowed to enter into the exam hall before 1:30 due to corona. Now, due to the various circumstances they changed. If it is 1:45, you are allowed 1 hour after 1 p.m. You are not earlier to 1. So the time half an hour extra, 45 minutes extra given to you. I repeat, if the examination starts at 1:45, earlier rule was you are not allowed to enter within 1:30. Earlier to 1:30 you are not allowed to enter. Now you are allowed to enter somewhere after 1 p.m. Not allowed to earlier before 1 p.m. Is that clear to everyone? Don't leave before it ends. That was the earlier. Could be 10 minutes they should give early. That's all you can leave the exam hall after writing that entire paper. Now, due to the new rule, you can leave exam hall 1 hour earlier. Please note the additional one. Face mask is compulsory. I repeat once again, face mask is compulsory. Therefore, ensure that you take face mask. Should we have glass covered under this? That is not a mandatory. It's based on your comfort. If at all you wear it and you in your rehearsal start doing that. Sanitizer will be there, before entering to the exam hall. There will be there in the entrance. You have to use it compulsory. That is, you need to take it. Gloves optional. Having gloves while writing, it is optional. It is left to you to take or not. This is very new thing for this year. Many exams also happening this way. Please note, they will send you a declaration form where institute follows the law, where according to the Ministry of Home Affairs, it clearly says you have taken undertaking or a declaration form. That declaration form should be filled that I am fit, I don't have any problem, I don't have any coronas, this one, etc., etc. You need not show any documents. It's a self-declaration. Simple one, but it is mandatory because no institute want to take that risk because of one person spreading. So that is a mandatory. That will come along with the hall ticket, along with the 1 or 2 days. It will come to you. I told you the other two. One is you are not allowed to enter before 1 p.m. in the afternoon. Earlier 1:30 now. That means after 1 o'clock you are allowed to enter. You can leave exam hall only after writing 2 hours. Well, 1 hour before, within that gap of example 1:45 to say let's consider 5. Then the last 1 hour, 4 to 5 minutes, you can leave the exam provided you are written. Interestingly, don't be kiddish. Don't be immature because of few things. I don't know. I want to leave. No, that for this, my dear student, you studied 6 months, 8 months, 9 months. I've seen some student doing very ordinary things, leaving exam all over because I know only 70%. That's okay. You have spent this time, energy, money. They go and write the 3 hours, 15 minutes examination. Don't be an idiot. I may be a little harsh on you, but don't be an idiot. To give the exam paper earlier. Since unless your health conditions are not good, unless you have other problems, please write all the 3 hours, 15 minutes. For this enough time you have taken to come here. With all the changes, I don't want to go back. But if you are doing very kiddish, it costs you a lot. Hope that you don't. I may be a little harsh, but I want to make difference in you. Please don't leave the exam hall just like that because your friend is leaving, the next neighbor in the exam hall who is sitting is leaving. Why you leave? This is very kiddish. I hope that you all don't do it. Students, how our institute will help you. You know that exactly another few minutes later, as per the announcement, you will have an amendment session on all the tax laws. Please note each and every point carefully. Probably some May students wanted to write in November, could not write there. Even students of November probably missed out because in amendments, quite good percentage of weightage will be given in the examination. Hope that you take the best use of the expert who is going to come and guide you on income tax amendment. That's very, very important. Then on few difficult chapters, we will do a quick glance. We will do example. There is a chapter called standard costing, could be about capital budgeting. Few important chapters we pick. We will be brushing out that chapter. Very less span, like 1 hour, 1.5 or 2 hours. We will be finishing off that. Next last help that we want to give you is 1 day before the exam will be a holiday, right? Just a day before the exam. During that period, example today evening your class gets in the exam, you flight and you will be relaxed. Probably today evening, late evening or tomorrow, we will be able to give you complete glance and quick revision of that entire subject in couple of hours. These are the 3 helps we want to provide you, and based on your requirement, we will be helping you whatever extent support you want, so that you will be confident to write the examination. Key mantra of success in chartered accountancy: stay focused, stay hungry on learning. That should never say that I have done everything. No, not at all. Stay focused on your learning, stay hungry. Right? And with that, I want to wish you all the best. We'll be with more features, more guidelines, more ideas, some new chapters. I'll be coming back with one more video. Hope you enjoy this video. Just like the YouTube channel. Hope that subscribe and like the YouTube channel. Thank you very much for patient listening. Hope I have made some value addition to your preparation. We'll be coming soon with more guidelines. Just wait for another few minutes. Immediately the next session on amendment will happen, and the tax amendments will be able to take the best use of it. Thank you once again. Take care. Goodbye.